Okay, so this is for future me because I get influenced way too easily. So this video is for the type of people that tend to get influenced way too easily, whether it's spending something on something they don't need or getting something that's the latest product. It's basically the same thing that they already had. For preference, if you want to know a little bit why I'm a qualified person, is because I have consecutively spent $3,000 per month onto buying random stuff. And if you want the receipts, it's right here. I know. That is why I'm making this video today, to de-influence you, but also to really de-influence me for the future me. Now, don't call me out. I know that this video might rub off the wrong way to some certain people, but I will just say, just because I'm talking about it doesn't mean that you have to not spend money on it, but it also means it doesn't mean I'll be purchasing it in the future. Who knows? Maybe I'll purchase in the future. Now, the first one I'm going to say is conditioner. Oh, I know y'all are gonna look at me sideways. Conditioner. I will say conditioner because I already have so much conditioners. And then I have hair mask as well. When I say I have so much, I have so much. And I don't necessarily need a new one that is the newest product that either treats the newest hair strand or that is recently rejuvenated with the newest product. I already have too much conditioners at this point. I think what I need is honestly shampoo to make up for the lack of conditioners that I have. And ironically, for my hair being very crispy, I work in sales and I work in marketing. A lot of this is a marketing tactic that we don't necessarily need. I don't need to be over consuming and buying the newest thing for a hair conditioner when I already have the same thing that does the same performance as they had marketed last year. Just because it's not new right now doesn't mean it's not serving its function. My hair is still alive, it's still on my scalp, and it's still healthy. As you can tell, my roots are coming in. Next is a perfume slash fragrance. I say this because I also have a lot of fragrances. I always see new fragrances coming through, whether it's the newest Valentino Born in Roma Extra Dose, or it's a new YSL Myself perfume, or whatever the case is. I don't really need it because I already have tons and tons and tons and tons of perfumes. And when I say tons, I mean literally a good handful that could last me for quite millennia. It's mostly geared towards like a similar scent that I usually have. Nowadays, there's some fragrances that won't really draw me in on buying a new one because, like I said, I work in sales and marketing, so a lot of the new ones, yes, they do smell nice and they do have less impact, but if I already have something, don't necessarily need it. Now, another one is skincare. I know that's probably one of the red flags that people are gonna be like, skincare? Are you not a skincare slash makeup slash beauty guru? Yes, I'm all of the above, whatever checks and whatever is select I'll apply type of beat. When I say skincare, I mean I literally have a lot of skincare too. A lot of these things I'm talking about right now is probably because I already have so much stuff. I get sent either skincare for free, and that is a blessing. I will say it is a blessing for me to say that. I don't think I need to be spending probably a good band on a new skincare product. So I will say, if you see improvements, if you think that it matches up, go ahead and buy it and purchase it because that's on your part. That's your funds, not really mine. For me, I think I need to hold back on my spending because, like I said, dropping 3 bands a month is actually kind of crazy. I don't need to be doing that. I will say maybe when it's skincare, if it's really a big necessity, whether it's a good moisturizer, and I will say I've tried to dabble quite a bit of moisturizers. I've also seen some other people do reviews, and I'm very heavily extensive in my research in terms of skincare to see if it's really worth my buck or if it's just a marketing ploy. Most of the time, it's just a marketing ploy. Just because something is X, Y, and Z or either expensive does not really mean it's good quality. Now, the next one is clothes. I feel like this one is I feel like it's the root of overconsumption. Literally either clothes or skincare or makeup. There is such a large abundance of overconsumption core. Whether it's the way how fashion trends now looks, and I can also go into a deep dive about this, but that'll be for another video. But I will say, just the way how trends evolved over time, I will say right now, I think I just want to focus on a good capsule wardrobe. Right now, I don't have the means to be spending on a good pair of shoes when I already have a good pair of shoes that also have my own personality to it. I will say, the moment that it literally starts breaking through, there's literally a hole and you can see my toesies out, maybe I will switch it out. Or maybe I already have another pair. Whether it's clothes or shoes or within that category, I don't think I need to be spending more money for it. And there is just such a high increase in purchasing fast fashion. Either it's discarding it or donating it. I've heard nowadays you can actually see Shein, H&M, and Forever 21, X, Y, and Z in thrift stores, and that's just not. The fifth one is probably something that isn't really a necessity for a lot of people, but for me, it has been a necessity for a hot minute. This is for future me. Maybe not for you, but purchasing a bag, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need to purchase a bag. There are some bags that look really classy and do X, Y, and Z and just show off good prestige. I will say that. They look really nice and seamless and timeless. Like I said, marketing tech. You already have a bag that serves its purpose and it looks chic enough. Take good quality care of it. And when I say that, I mean don't literally use it 24/7. I know we want to look like we look expensive AF, but let's be honest, if you can't make up for the effort that you have an expensive lifestyle and you don't have the funds for it, don't be doing that. Because let's be honest, let's be realistic. I'm gonna have to hold our hands. I have to hold our hands. But I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes we don't need to be spending way too much money on things that you don't really need. I'm gonna be honest because the way how social media has evolved to being very overconsumption core, very much you need to buy this now before it's a limited supply. That's been the tactic lately, is that you need to purchase this right now because it's a limited edition. And it's such a heavy marketing tactic, whether it's salesy or advertising or whatever, is that you're baiting them to get this because it's a limited time X, Y, and Z. When in actuality, just because it's a limited edition doesn't necessarily mean, or it's a limited quality, doesn't necessarily mean it's a really good quality. Have you noticed that a lot of vintage bags have been resurfacing? They're good quality. Why do you think that a lot of Y2K clothing that you can actually thrift are good quality versus these companies trying to duplicate it, you know? So that is why you don't really need the bag right now, because honestly, if they tried recreating it right now and it's not as a good quality as it was last when it was first invented, then it prone to most likely you don't need it. And especially if your views are matching up with it, you don't really need it. Anyone that I know personally, I just tend to ask them like how they feel about their X, Y, and Z. If they don't think it's really worth their price, whether it's a small X, Y, and Z and all that, whether it's an everyday bag or everything, then yeah. To wrap this video up, I'm here to let you know that this isn't a dig. This isn't to let you know like, oh, you shouldn't be spending money, you shouldn't be doing X, Y, and Z. No, obviously, if you love it, buy it. If you want to do that, buy it. I'm the biggest devil on someone's shoulder when it comes to buying stuff. I will tell them to buy it. So if you feel like it's worth your money, buy it. Like, who am I to tell you? But I will say, just because I'm saying this right now, X, Y, and Z, doesn't mean I'll not necessarily purchase it in the future. I won't purchase it in the future. It just means that currently my vision or my financial goals aren't currently aligning with my purchasing habits. And you know, that's okay to recognize because this just doesn't align with me currently. Anyways, if you have any things that you also won't purchase in general, whether it's to de-influence you or X, Y, and Z, please let me know because I need heavy de-influencing because I tend to get influenced way too easily and I feel like I'm the pinnacle source of getting influenced way too easily. I feel like I'm the pinnacle source. But if you enjoyed this video, let me know. It's just me doing my little silly talky talks. I'll catch you later. Bye, hotties. Mwah.